raises a very important point, Mheshimiwa Haro, on the promise to cut down on borrowing, and there was yet another reckless borrowing. Stop reckless borrowing. Based on the figures that are here and the debt status for the country so far, is that a backtracking of the promise?
No, there isn't backtracking. You see, looking at where we've come from, definitely we were bound to go through quite a number of challenges. And we look at how has the president maneuvered the sea and managed whatever he has managed so far. You see, the first intervention that the Kenya Kwanza government did, as soon as we were sworn in as members of parliament and as soon as the president was sworn in and the house was open, was to cut down the costs of spending in government by 300 billion. That was the first intervention we had. As we speak now, the government has lowered the fiscal deficit from 1.1 trillion to 700 million. And savings have increased.
1.1 to 700 billion. You mean?
700 million.
Million.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and when talks to national savings, we are now saving, we were saving 1.3 billion per month. Now we are saving 6 billion per month. You see, there are a lot of positives which people are not talking about. But when we talk about the cost of living, for example, which is the area many people are actually concerned about, the biggest cost, the biggest contributor to the cost of living is the cost of food. 52% of the problems of cost of living we're facing in this country is related to the cost of food. And that is where the president has concentrated with the fertilizer program, cutting the cost of fertilizer from 7,000 shillings to 2,500 shillings. The Agriculture Finance Corporation used to get 2 billion budget. Now they are getting 20 billion budget so that farmers can get affordable credit. And we are now looking at, predicting bumper harvest, especially for maize in this country, because luckily the rains have also favored us. So I think the challenges will always be part of life, and those challenges will be zeroed in on by the opposition. But the fact is, this president and this government has laid in place a foundation that we can ride on smoothly to realize.
I'm wondering, would you tell somebody who's sleeping hungry that challenges will always be there?
Well, we will definitely struggle to convince that person about the challenges that the government is going through. But the reality is the government is doing something.
All right. Okay.